Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Kuat Sherpa 2.0 hitch bike rack and how it fits on a 2018 Ford Escape. The Sherpa is going to be a 2-bike platform style bike rack capable of supporting up to 40 pounds per bike. It's going to hold on to our bike primarily with this wheel hook here and one strap down at the bottom. So if you want to mix and match your bikes, if you want to use a carbon frame bike, you can, because there's no frame contact. And because it doesn't make that frame contact, if you have a really aggressive alternative frame, that'll work too. One of the earliest features that I want to show off about this rack is that it has the ability to tilt away with the bikes loaded up. I don't love where the handle is, just because if you do have another bike in front and you want to tilt it away, you have to reach through there. But I'll do that anyway. We'll pull this handle and it tilts aggressively enough, just barely for us to get hatch clearance. So I'm actually going to press this and then flex the bike just a little bit to make sure, because it does come very close. So that's something you might want to watch out for if you get this rack and you have bikes with decently large handlebars. But now I do have enough room. If I want to, I could sit back here and change my shoes before or after the ride, or I can get anything out of the back that I might need once I get to where I'm going. Same thing on the way down. Just going to flex it just a little bit, not enough to cause any real strain on it, just enough to make sure that we're getting clearance. And then I'll come down and you'll hear it click back in place. And now I can work on getting the bike removed. To do that, I'll first start with the strap in the back. Just press this black button to release the strap. Ours is in there pretty snugly. So there we go. Just got to tighten down maybe one stop too much. And now we'll come up here to this frame hook, or wheel hook rather, and press this large button. Pull it up, get it out, and now I can get my bike up and off. I'll walk this over to the side, and then we can take a closer look at the tray and the cradles, and just some other features about the rack. First thing I'll do is get this wheel hook out of the way. Just move that down a little bit, maybe not that much, just to accommodate this. Put the strap away, and we notice that this rear cradle does pivot to accommodate wheelbases of up to 47 inches. And this front cradle does have the ability to store down when not in use, and it can support a tire width of up to 3 inches. From here I'll get a measurement so we see how much distance we're adding onto the back of our vehicle. So from the bumper to the furthest point back, we're going to be adding on about 30.5 inches, so it does stick out a little bit, and it's definitely going to be adding on some distance to the back of your vehicle. As far as ground clearance goes, from this point back here, it's going to be about 20.5 inches. So a pretty nice rise, and I'm not going to be worried about that as far as going up hills or over curbs and bottoming out. If we want to, though, we can save a little bit of that space. You can use this handle here that we use to tilt it away, to fold it up. Just press that again. You'll hear it click into place again, and we can get that new measurement to see how much space we've saved. So now from the bumper to the furthest point back, we're only going to be adding on about 13 inches. It sits a little bit close here. It doesn't really move around too much though, so we still have about 3 inches of clearance, and it's not going to move any closer than that. As far as what we're covering on the back of our vehicle, our license plate is fully visible. Your backup camera is also right here in the middle. You might be able to see the top of the rack through there, but it's not really going to obstruct anything too crazy. Our taillights are right here. They're not going to be obstructed at all, and it comes nowhere near our rear window. There are cable locks that are included if you want to. They're not integrated onto the rack, but they'll help you secure your bike. And we can come down to the shank and talk about how it fits into our receiver. So we do have a 2-inch shank. It fits into our 2-inch receiver tube. It's held in place by this pin and a lock that's going to be key-to-like to those cable locks that I just talked about. It's all secured down with this anti-rattle knob here in the back. So it's tool-free, it's really compact and easy to get in, and I don't need to remember to bring anything with me to get it installed. So overall, the Kuat Sherpa is a really compact way to get a couple bikes up to 40 pounds where you need them to go. It's got that Kuat look, it's got a really nice finish and design overall, and it does tilt away just aggressively enough for us to get our hatch open. That being said, if you like this rack, I would recommend checking out something like the Rocky Mounts Monorail. It holds onto our bikes in a very similar way, but you get 20 pounds more weight capacity and you get a 5-inch tire width capacity right off the bat. So that's definitely worth checking out if you like this rack. But if you do like Kuat racks and you like the overall aesthetic, I think it's still a really nice choice. This again was just a quick look at the Kuat Sherpa 2.0 and how it fits on our 2018 Ford Escape.